On the rendering side, you'll see that in the status bar at the bottom, your display configuration, you'll see that there's a new option available that's called View Plan. Now, I'm first going to give you the demonstration, and then I'll show you how to activate it if it's for existing drawing. So I'm going to go to a top view. I think let's split this view for us to a 3 left. That means my master is on the left hand side. As you can see, that's going to be my top plan, and on the top right hand side view, I would like to give it front left view, and at the bottom we want rear back view. There we go. So on the left hand side now, as you can see, my viewport itself, the setting is set to medium detail. So I'm going to change it to view plan. So I'm going to click on view plan, and then I'm also going to switch on my perspective mode. Now, as soon as I switch on my perspective mode, you might pick up on the walls itself. You can control that perspective length. If I go to change perspective lens length, now as you can see, as I'm going to increase, decrease, it gives you a preview. Now I'm just going to keep mine around about 30. I'm going to say close, and then what we're going to do is we're going to hit render. So on my left hand side, we go to view. My environment set is a day clear sky, and I make use of natural light, very default, and I'm going to say OK, and we're going to hit render. And you can see on the left hand side is now the new display configuration that's called the view plan. As you can pick up the shadows, time was set to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that is now the new view plan preview. If you look at all three of the renders, let's go to this drawing. As you can see, there's on the right hand side is my left front view, my rear back view. Those are normal default render settings that is set to your medium detail, and then on the left hand side is the new view plan. Now if I go back to the drawing itself, if for some reason you don't have the option, if you go down to the bottom in your status bar, you don't have the view plan option, it means it's not saved in your drawing yet. So all you have to do is you go to File, Drawing Utilities, and you'll see at the bottom there's an option that says Reset Display Configuration. So if you want to open one of your existing 3D models, open the drawing, please follow this path, Drawing Utilities, Reset Display Configuration, and then the view plan will be added to your list. On the rendering side or the view side, most of you have maybe experienced it, is that if you open an old drawing and you hit render, Caddie comes up with a message and tell you some materials have missing texture files. Would you like to remap the texture files? So if you say yes, you will see that Caddie will give you a list of the missing materials or the textures. Now, as you can see, I've got an E drive and I've got a C drive. Now, maybe you rename a folder, or you've deleted a folder, or you remap your drive. So now I'm going to show you the enhancement in Caddie 29, because let me just close this, because now you will have an option that when you open a drawing, you can ask Caddie that under your environment set, if you go to your folders and we go down to materials texture folder, and I'm going to click on those 3 dots, double left click, Caddie will ask you, or you can tell Caddie, use custom folders to find textures in. So what that means is, you can tell Caddie, now I'm just going to show you an Explorer. What I did is, under my PC, there's a picture, a folder, and then I've created one that's called View Materials. Let me just show you, there's my pictures, and then View Materials. So what I did is, I dumped all my materials in this folder, my missing materials. So I know those 3 missing materials, they are in this folder. But although the path, as you maybe noticed, was on my E drive. So what I'm going to tell Caddie now is that when you're looking for a material, please go and look in that specific folder as well. So I'm going to say add, I'm going to go to this PC, it's going to be pictures, and we're going to say view materials. So then it will look under the subfolders as well. So I'm going to select the, let's call it the master folder. I'm going to say OK. So at the moment, Caddie will look under those 2 paths. So once it finds the missing material, it will then go and look under those 2 paths, and if they still can't find it, then Caddie will bring up a message and tell you there's some missing materials. So I'm going to say OK, I'm going to say OK, and let's reopen that file. and we render, and as you can see, no message, and I'm just going to bring it one click down, and we render. And there we go, done and dusted, and no missing materials.